Have you ever wondered why we speak so many different languages? Why can't we all just understand each other? It's a question that has puzzled humanity for millennia. Well, there's an ancient story, a powerful and profound tale that offers a fascinating explanation. Today, we read journeying back to the dawn of civilization to explore the legendary story of the Tower of Babel. Our story begins in the land of Shinar, what we now know as ancient Mesopotamia. Following the Great Flood, humanity was united. Everyone spoke the same language and shared the same words. As people migrated from the east, they found a vast, fertile plain and decided to settle there. They were ambitious, clever, and full of potential. They learned to make bricks, baking them thoroughly, and used bitumen for mortar. They had mastered the building blocks of civilization. But their ambition soon grew into something more. They said to each other, "Come, let us build ourselves a city, with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we will be scattered over the face of the whole earth." This wasn't just about building a skyscraper. This was a statement. It was a monument to their own power, their own unity, and their desire to control their own destiny. They wanted to make a name for themselves, to achieve fame and glory, and to avoid being scattered, which was God's command to fill the earth. Think about the sheer scale of this project. A city and a tower that reaches to the heavens. This was the ancient world's equivalent of a mission to Mars. It was a symbol of human pride and a collective effort to storm the gates of heaven, not with weapons, but with bricks and mortar. They believed that through their own strength and ingenuity, they could ascend to the divine, effectively becoming gods themselves. This project was a direct challenge to God's authority. They were creating their own center, their own focal point, rather than looking to their Creator. Now, the story takes a dramatic turn. The biblical text says, "But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower that the children of man had built." Picture this scene. God descends from the heavens, not in anger, but perhaps in a moment of divine observation. He sees this singular, powerful, and united human race all working towards one goal, a goal born of pride. And God recognized the potential and the danger in this unchecked unity. He said, "Behold, they are one people, and they have all one language, and this is only the beginning of what they will do. And now nothing that they propose to do will be impossible for them." This is a fascinating statement. It's not a condemnation of their ability, but an acknowledgement of it. Humanity, when united in purpose, is incredibly powerful. But when that purpose is rooted in pride and self-glorification, it leads away from the divine plan. So, what was the solution? God didn't destroy the tower with fire or flood. The intervention was far more subtle, yet infinitely more effective. God said, "Come, let us go down and there confuse their language, so that they may not understand one another's speech." And just like that, the project came to a screeching halt. Imagine the chaos on that construction site. A worker yells up for more bricks, but the person below hears a request for water. A foreman gives a complex instruction, and his team just stares back, bewildered. Communication, the very foundation of their unity and strength, was shattered. Frustration would have mounted, arguments would have erupted, and trust would have evaporated. The shared purpose was lost in a sea of babel. The grand project, once a symbol of their unity, now became a monument to their confusion. This is why the place was called Babel. From the Hebrew verb balal, which means to confuse or to mix. Unable to work together, the people abandoned their ambitious project. The half-finished tower stood as a silent reminder of their hubris. And just as they had feared, they were scattered across the face of the earth. From this single point of confusion, humanity spread out, forming new tribes and new nations, each with its own unique language and culture. The dream of a single, monolithic human empire was over. Instead, the world became a beautiful, complex, and sometimes confusing tapestry of different peoples. So, what can we take away from this ancient story? The Tower of Babel isn't just a simple myth about why we speak different languages. It's a profound cautionary tale about pride and ambition. It teaches that our greatest strengths, like unity and ingenuity, can become our greatest weaknesses when they are guided by humility and a recognition of a higher purpose. It tells a story that warns against the dangers of wanting to make a name for ourselves instead of serving something greater than ourselves, but there's also a glimmer of hope within the narrative. While Babel represents the scattering of humanity through pride, other parts of the Bible point towards a future reunification. For instance, the story of Pentecost in the New Testament is often seen as a divine reversal of Babel. There, the followers of Jesus are filled with the Holy Spirit and begin speaking in other tongues. But instead of creating confusion, it creates understanding. People from many different nations hear the message in their own native language. It suggests that true unity isn't found in a single language or a single towering structure, but in a shared spirit of understanding and love. The story of Babel continues to resonate today. We still build our own modern towers, be they technological, corporate, or ideological, often driven by the same desire for power and recognition. The story challenges us to examine our own motivations. Are we building to glorify ourselves? Or are we building to serve others and the greater good? It reminds us that for all our incredible achievements, true and lasting unity comes not from human pride, but from a shared sense of purpose and mutual understanding that transcends our differences. The world's linguistic diversity, which originated from the confusion at Babel, is not a curse. It's a testament to the incredible richness and variety of human culture. Each language offers a unique window into a different way of seeing the world. So, while the tower itself may have been a failure, its legacy is the vibrant, multicultural world we live in today. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back to ancient Babel. I hope this story has given you something to think about. If you enjoyed this exploration of ancient tales, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the stories that have shaped our world. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious.